Bonjour! Today is Saturday, September 21st, 2024, and today is the last day of summer. So that's pretty sad. However, good news, because tomorrow is the first day of fall. So that's also a great season for hiking and camping. So I'm here in Algonquin Park. As you can hear, it's raining. To celebrate the changing of the seasons. I'm headed to Panther Lake spot number 1. So I've been to that spot before. I was there in the spring. And ironically, it was very similar weather, like light rain, overcast, drizzling. So, c'est la vie, as the French say. We're going to make the best of it. We're going to make the best of it. Yeah, I think it will be very nice and peaceful and relaxing and calming and all that fun stuff. So, I started at exactly 1 p.m. I anticipate my hike to Panther Lake will take me 3 hours. So, let's keep hiking. It is 3:55 p.m., so my prediction of a 3-hour hike was pretty accurate, 5 minutes off. I just passed a gentleman right before turning on the side trail to come here. He's doing the entire first loop, which is 34 kilometers in one day. So that's a fabulous idea. I'm going to put that on the list of things to do in the future. Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, so I am hungry. I should set up my tent first, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to make something to eat and then set up my tent. So yeah, let's eat. It's so quiet. The sun has come out. This is so nice. Home sweet home. Yeah, I decided to set my tent up first. After all, I love this tent. Yummy. So good. Sour cream and chives pasta with tuna. You know, I heard some YouTuber say like, oh, I'm sick of eating Knorr sidekicks. And I was like, what? What are you sick of? Like, they have so many different pasta flavors, different rice flavors as well. They're like $3 compared to $20 for a backpacker's meal. It's the biggest farce. It's the biggest farce in the camping industry. This is delish and cheap. It is 6:23 p.m. I am just going to chill out, lay here. I might edit some of my Tour de Mont Blanc videos. I'd like to finish all of that editing before I leave here. It's kind of my project or goal while I'm here. Anyway, I'll check back in later. It is 10:38 p.m. So even though I came here inside my tent at like 6 something, and I started editing some Tour de Mont Blanc videos, and I closed my eyes for a little bit. Got up just to have a look at the orange sky as the sunset. That's it. And then I came right back in here, and I've just been editing this whole time. Actually, it's kind of fitting that I'm doing some editing of that video from earlier this summer. What a great summer I did have. The GR5, then the Tour de Mont Blanc, and then La Cloche Silhouette. So 3 great hikes this summer. And yeah, tonight is the last night of the summer. So it was a great summer, really great summer. So tomorrow will be the first day of autumn. That's also exciting. But yeah, I think I'm going to go to sleep now, so I will see you in the morning. Oops, I wanted to mention one more thing. So on the Algonquin Park website, on their homepage, it said, what you need to know about black bears. And I was like, oh. So I clicked on it, and it was just saying that, right now bears are busy foraging and, putting on their fat for hibernating. So they're really hungry right now. So it's so funny. I brought a pan and something to hit it with, just in case. I've got my bear spray. My Ursack is tied up to a tree, a bit away, like a ways away, not too far, but a little bit away. And I'm on the alert. But I feel like I'm the only Canadian camper who has never seen a bear, like not even from my car as I'm driving somewhere, like through the park, in or out. No, never seen a bear. So, part of me wants that to continue to be true, and part of me would love to see a bear from afar in a non-confrontational way. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. All right, good night. I love being up at this time of day, even in the city, but especially out here. Yeah. That's it. I love it. There are only 2 camp spots on this lake. And so I'm spot number 1. And when I reserved online, yeah, nobody had reserved beside. And yeah, I haven't seen anybody. I'm right beside a portage for some of the paddle-in spots or the portage routes. Nobody's passed by. It's awesome. It is 8:37 in the morning. It's Sunday, September 25th. I cannot wait to go for a paddle. It's not foggy, but it's almost foggy. Yeah, it's just like misty. So no rain in the forecast for today, but all day tomorrow it's going to rain. Yeah, I'm here for 2 nights. Yeah. So anyway, time for weird breakfast number 1. Wait till you see what I'm going to eat. A half portion of Idahoan baby red mashed potatoes with pulled pork and barbecue sauce. This is the lunch I did not eat yesterday, so it shall be breakfast. It's good. You know, there's less texture than if it were noodles or rice or lentils. But it's nice to change things up. And also, I don't know what else to use that barbecue pulled pork with. Yeah, this works perfectly. In my cook pot, I always bring, like I just leave this stuff in here permanently. My Opinel knife, bottle opener, lighter for the gas, the stove, of course, some of my homemade hot sauce, pepper, salt, can opener, second lighter, like a Coughlin's, can opener. So I think I'll add some salt and pepper to this. It's good. But I guess it could be better. All right. Salt. Pepper. And who knows? I might end up using this. I love my homemade hot sauce, if I do say so myself. Yep, that's better. I really like the Idahoan dehydrated mashed potatoes. You know, for forever, it just was like, what, Betty Crocker or something? And you had to add milk and butter. Whereas with the Idahoan ones, you just add water. So that works for me, and that works for camping. Anywho, I'm going to finish this off, have a second coffee, and then I'm going to inflate my boat, and go for a paddle. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry, don't you cry. It is 11 o'clock. I have been out on the water for 1 hour so far. I'm basically doing the entire perimeter of the lake. I turned left out of my camp spot. And yeah. Wow, I'm really, oh my God. Too funny. Oh my God. There was a sudden bit of wind and it was blowing me right into that fallen tree. Anywho, well, ironically, I was going to say, like, this is so wonderful. It's so quiet. It's so nice. I'm having such a lovely time. Yeah, I've been out on the water for 1 hour so far. Yeah, I turned left from my camp spot and I'm just doing the entire perimeter of the lake. I also love the shape of this lake. You know, it's like basically kidney shaped. So, you know, you can go around. You're not just looking at the same scenery the whole time. You know, there are corners to turn, etc. Anywho, I am loving it. All right, let's keep paddling. Home sweet home. It is 12 o'clock, so that was a great paddle. 2 hours, 4 kilometers. And now I'm hungry, so let's have lunch. Yummy. I always say that, but it is. It's yummy. It's fun. It's fun trying all the different types of ramen. My friend Phil told me that there's a website called Ramen Raider, something like that. I think that's funny because, yeah, when I see anyone eating Mr. Noodles, I'm like, I think we can do better than that. yeah. Anyway, this one's great. And I always add a protein. So, yeah. Anywho. It is 2:30, so that was a super short walk. I thought maybe I would bring my boat over to Dace Lake, but I'm glad I checked it out first. It's quite swampy and shallow looking and small. So, nope. But anyway, that was a nice short walk, better than nothing. And now I am going to collect firewood. All right, 45 minutes later, and I think I have collected a combination of wood that will probably never burn and wood that will most likely burn up in 2 seconds. So if we're lucky, the wood that will burn up in 2 seconds will burn just long enough to dry out the stuff that will never burn, and perhaps we will have some semblance of a fire for a short while. Fingers crossed. It is 5:15, so I have just been in my tent editing the Tour de Mont Blanc videos. I am 75% done, so I got a lot done since I've been here. Yeah, I just keep thinking about the forecast for tomorrow and the rain. I'm like, is it a mistake? So the only reason I'm able to stay here a second night is I have an appointment in Huntsville tomorrow. So I was like, Huntsville, perfect. And right away knew like I would take advantage and stay out here because Algonquin Park is very close to Huntsville. Anyway, so I was able to stay the second night, but yeah, the forecast, anyway, because I'd really like to go for a paddle in the morning. Anyway, I'm doing it. I'm staying the extra night. So, anyway, it's 5:15. I'm going to make dinner and then maybe go for one more paddle this evening as well. Anyway, let's have dinner. So this is my very first time purchasing or trying the Knorr Sidekicks rice dish. I've always just purchased the pasta ones. So very exciting times. I'm sure it'll be just great. Yep. Yummy. But it's a lot of food. It looks like more than the noodles. I know it's not, but yeah, this is good. Yay. Mm-mm-mm. Every single time I come out on this boat, I'm always like, wow, this is so nice. Like it's my first time or something. Like, oh, this is just so nice. It is so quiet. I have this whole lake to myself. I am just in heaven. That's all for now. It is 7 o'clock. So yeah, I was 2 hours in the boat this morning and another hour this evening. I think that's a record for me. Yeah, this was really great. But yeah, I think time for a hot chocolate and to start the fire. This fire is way more successful than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's been burning for like an hour already. Yay. Goodbye, summer, and hello, autumn. It is 8:32 p.m., so the rain was not supposed to start until 10. But timing-wise, it's okay because I had my fire. I had just burned the last of the wood. I had already moved everything into my tent except for my food bag, which is out there tied to a tree. So, yeah, it's just a little early. That's all. There's thunder, there's lightning. So, yeah, I guess my only fear is that, like, I don't mind rain. I just hope there's not like a full-on storm. A full-on storm is not in the forecast, so shouldn't be. Anywho, so I'm in my tent for the night. I will say goodnight later. Good morning. Man, that light is really bright. It's my headlamp. I just wrap it around my hiking pole, which supports this tent when I film, but it's really bright right now. Anyway, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It pelted rain for most of the night. I mean, it must have died down at times because, yeah, there were several times I was reawoken through the night where it really kicked up again. And because of the style of this tent, it's got the mesh sort of stripe all along the bottom, so they call it a floating bathtub, and then there's some mesh there. As much as I love this tent, I don't understand that design. You know, as far as like ventilation from inside, you know, warm air rises, you know, I just feel like it should have been. Oh, I mean, I understand why, as far as like then they could pull the flap over. Okay, I do understand why. But anyway, the rain was so hard last night that it was bouncing off the ground and coming, you know, I just felt like sort of light little splashes. Yeah, it was bouncing off the ground and just sort of coming through a little bit, that mesh stripe. But just a very little bit. Actually, you know, yet again, I love this tent. I am 100% dry. It is 100% dry in here. There's a little bit of like hydrostatic pressure that has happened underneath my sleep mat. So there's a little bit of dampness underneath my sleep mat, but that is to be expected. That would happen with any tent. My sleeping bag, 100% dry. All the area around, just everything is 100% dry. So this tent yet again held up in, you know, severe conditions. Yeah, last night was a severe rainstorm. But I do not regret not leaving. I want to be able to survive a severe rainstorm. You know, I'm only a 3-hour hike away. It's not like I'm in the middle of, the Ariège section of the Pyrenees Mountains, where it is like so remote. I could be, you know, days away from civilization or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, all is great. All is great. So I'm just going to, you know, it's still very, very, very lightly raining. I'm going to update the weather function on my Garmin. I got a weather report yesterday, and then I updated it in the evening. Yeah, I'm going to update it again because I would like to not rush out of here if they're... Anyway. But then again, I do have that appointment in Huntsville. Yeah, I got to remember that. Okay, so... I'm going to make coffee and think. Ça me fait du bien de réfléchir. That's an inside joke. Anyway, I'll check back in soon. So I did update the weather on my Garmin InReach Mini. And so originally it was calling for basically 30% chance of rain all day long, no break. Now it's calling for 70% chance at 9 o'clock and then down to 40% and then back to 30% for the rest of the day. So I will pack up my boat before 9 o'clock to make sure that that's, you know, because I really take extra good care when I pack up my boat that there's not a single little, you know, pine needle or any debris at all. So I'll make sure to pack up the boat before 9, and then I'll see what happens at 9. I don't want to rush out of here. I already know I'm going to be, you know, hiking out in the rain. Big deal. But if it's going to pelt down, I would want to avoid that. So I'd actually would like to wait until after 9. So hopefully the forecast will be early. I mean, the weather will be earlier than the forecast like it was yesterday. Anywho, blah, blah, blah. I think the point is that I'm just, yeah, so happy to be here and really enjoying the rainy weather, and as well as the challenges that go along with it. But not just the challenges, the peace, that sort of white noise. So it might sound like it's raining right now, but it's not. It's just the dripping of the many, many, branches and leaves and all of that stuff. If you look out onto the lake, it's not raining. I shouldn't admit this, but I had a full conversation with that chipmunk. He seemed to be like whining and complaining this morning, but I explained to him that it's actually great that at least the rain had the decency to, just rain through the night while we would be in our tents or our burrows anyway. And so it's actually not so bad. And then he went silent. So I was like, yeah, reflect on that, chipmunk. So the conversation went well. Oh my God, I'm losing it, which is a good thing. I would really love to go for a morning paddle, and it is the whole point of why I left my boat out for the night. But no, I'm going to try and pack up everything, including my tent, right now while it is not raining. I've had a wonderful stay, and I should take advantage of the fact that it's not raining. So I should not be foolish. So I'm going to pack up not only my boat, but my tent as well, and get going. Yeah. All right, it's 20 after 8. The boat is packed up. Still no rain. Time to start packing up the tent. The rain was coming down so hard and so fast yesterday that there was a massive pool of water right there, right in front of my tent. The ground couldn't absorb it quickly enough. So I'm taking off as much moisture and debris as possible, but there's no getting around the fact that I'm going to be packing up a wet and dirty tent, and that is okay. Take it home, dry it out, and then you can shake off the dirt. So, and I think I'll even dip my ground sheet into the lake to clean that off. But yeah, my hands, everything is covered. Anyway, let's finish this off. It is 9 a.m. on the dot. I'm all packed up. I'm not going to wear my rain jacket because is it raining? I don't know. It's either not raining or it's super lightly raining. There's lots of tree cover and I'm walking out of here. I'd rather just not wear it. If it starts to come down, I'll put it on. But anyway, 9 o'clock, 3-hour hike back to my car. Let's get started. Oh, one more thing. So yeah, I didn't make any breakfast. I've got lots of snacks in my pouch. If I'm hungry, I don't think I need anything at all. I can just enjoy maybe a lunch at Tim Hortons or something like that as I pass through Huntsville. No breakfast, and that's okay. I just, like I said, would like to get started before it starts raining. Well, I wanted to pack up before it starts raining. I'd like to already be hiking if it starts to really come down. Okay, let's get going. Goodbye, Panther Lake. You were awesome.